Welcome to the fields at Southern Virginia University for today's men's soccer match featuring the Greensboro College Pride and your Southern Virginia University Knights. President Wilcox and the Southern Virginia University staff thank you for your support of the student athletes and coaches participating in today's contest. The NCAA and USA South Athletic Conference promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or intimidating actions directed at coaches, players, officials, or any other team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages and tobacco use is strictly prohibited. Please stay away from the playing area and the team bench areas. Thank you for your cooperation, and go Knights! In accordance with tradition at Southern Virginia University, we will begin with a word of prayer, which will be offered by Mattia Murray.
Our dear and gracious Heavenly Father, we are thankful for this beautiful day, and we're thankful that we could all be here and arrive safely. Please bless both teams that no injuries or accident will fall upon them and be able to play to the best of their abilities. We love thee, Father, and say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
And now for your starting lineups. Starting tonight for the Pride, at defender, number 2, Arturo Campos. At defender, number 3, Parker Spessock. At midfield, number 5, Aiden Cornell. At midfield, number 7, Connor Spessock. At forward, number 8, Jordan Shutt. At forward, number 11, Jovan Cotton. At forward, number 13, Colin Thomas. At defender, number 15, Alexander Sargent. At defender, number 20, Isaac Haddock. At midfield, number 21, PJ Closa, and in goal for the Pride, number 37, Lee Corico. The Pride are coached by Manbi Niepon and Camden Brooks. And now starting for your Knights. At mid, number 2, Dallin Miller. At mid, number 3, Trey Ricker. At defender, number 4, Justice Mack. At mid, number 8, Kenyon Grange. At mid, number 12, Colton Oman. At forward, number 13, Tanner Gonder. At forward, number 17, Reed Robertson. At defender, number 18, Brandon Victory. At forward, number 21, Jace Porter. At defender, number 32, Luke Hemingway. And in goal for the Knights, number 00, Sean Gutzman. The Knights are coached by head coach Peyton Pemberton and assisted by Jay Zachariah and Jeff Tomlin. Now, if you will all please rise and face the flag for the playing of our nation's national anthem. Thank you, and good luck
Welcome
to both
to
sides.
beautiful Buena Vista, Virginia for today's college soccer matchup between the Greensboro College Pride and your Southern Virginia Knights. My name is Adam Wardenberg, and I'm very excited to be hosting you today. It's a beautiful Sunday, Wednesday here, about 75 degrees. What a beautiful day for soccer. Let me start off today with the Greensboro College Pride lineup. Starting for them is number 2, Arturo Campos, number 3, Parker Spisak, number 5, Aiden Cornell, number 7, Connor Spisak, number 8, Jordan Shutt, number 11, Jovan Cotton, number 13, Colin Thomas, number 15, Alexander Sargent, number 20, Isaac Haddock, number 21, PJ Kloska, and in goal for Greensboro today is number 37, Lee Carrico. Starting for the Knights today, number 2, Dallin Miller, number 3, Trey Ricker, number 4, Justice Mack, number 8, Kenyon Grange, number 12, Colton Oman, number 13, Tanner Gonder, number 17, Reed Robertson, number 18, Brandon Victory, number 21, Jace Porter, and number 32, Luke Hemingway. Now what you'll see today out of the Knights, really kind of a 3-5-2 formation with the 3 defenders in Victory, Mack, and Hemingway in the middle, with number 3, Ricker, and number 21, Porter, kind of acting as the flanks up and down the left and right sides respectively, flying around. Then you'll have your 3 in the middle with number 12, Colton Oman, kind of being as your number 6, and then number 2, Dallin Miller, and number 8, Kenyon Grange, kind of attacking midfielders with Reed Robertson and Tanner Gonder acting as your forwards. This is a great matchup. Greensboro with the opening kick, looking to attack up the left side early. Pretty good defense there from the Knights. They'll flock around the ball. You know, they'll have at least 2 defenders in, playing with energy, playing together. Luke Hemingway is a big body there in the middle to clear things out. The leader of that back line is really sophomore, number 18, Brandon Victory, who last Saturday against Brevard had himself a really good game. Really was vocal there in the back. And that back line really held up really well against the team that really pushed the ball. Great job out here offensively early on and getting that counter. As we kind of go back to that game last Saturday, you know, one thing that SVU did not do a great job of was getting out on the counters and really pushing the ball. Brevard had the ball for most of the time and really was the one offensively that took advantage of SVU. But SVU today will be looking to keep that solid back line, but as they gain possession, hopefully will keep it and look to do what they did here early on. Get the ball up the sides and really attack Greensboro. SVU gets the ball back here, right about midfield. Here's Hemingway with it. Looks to cross it, headed away. That ball will go out for an SVU throw. Mack here with it. Excuse me now, throws it over to Porter. Into Oman. Greensboro attempts to clears, and like we said early on, Hemingway, big body there in the middle, able to head it down, and Oman wins himself a free kick here right at midfield. Let's see what the Knights do. Hemingway looks to switch it over to the other side. Greensboro heads it out for another Knight throw. Ricker here with it. Back to Ricker. Tries to get it up to Robertson. A little bit of contact there. Ref says play on. Green to right. SVU into Hemingway. Hemingway clears. Doman gets it to Robertson. Robertson tries to play Porter there on the right side. Little too much on it. But Porter does a great job of tracking the ball down, still applies pressure, makes Greensboro kick it out there. Looks like the ball last was touched by Porter. It'll be a Greensboro throw, but good pressure there. Way to not give up. And terrible touch right there from Greensboro. Looked like that was number 20, Haddock, who just couldn't control the ball. Ball goes aimlessly out of bounds for a Knight corner here, and that'll be the first corner for either team. SVU on Saturday did not have a corner kick, so this will be their first corner in 2 games. Looks like it's Ricker here to take this. SVU loads the box. They got everybody on the baseline here. Right on the goal line. Ball in. Headed in. Max still in possession. Tries to clear it back in. That's Omen. Over to Ricker. Ricker plays a good ball. Keeps it in. Puts it in. Oh, and shot just wide, but looks like Carrico got his hand on it for Greensboro. Carrico yelling at his defenders to push up. But, man, that was a great shot by Ricker there. Ball goes out for an SVU corner. He's getting ready to play it in again. SVU really loading up that box area right in front of the goalie. Headed in, and, ooh, just over the crossbar. Looks like that was Miller there that tried to get that final touch on. He was able to get a clean look at it, but just couldn't keep that ball down. But, man, great response here the last 5 minutes after that Greensboro goal from SVU. Really applying the pressure. They're not looking to back down. I like what I'm seeing right here. Spisak with it. Cotton. Up to Campos. Victory there. Good job by that back three. Looks like they're playing together today. Moving equally. Gutzman. Back to Gutzman again. Greensboro with the steal. That was not a great back pass there from SVU. But ball, Greensboro called for offsides. SVU cannot turn it over right there. You're really putting your goalie Gutzman in bad position. Here we go, back in. Ball last touched by Porter on the far corner. Omen applying pressure. Mack and Omen doing great job there. Over to Porter. Mack again right there. Omen with it. Back to Gutzman. SVU in control. Gutzman plays a beautiful ball up to Ricker up the left side. He's able to keep it in. Ricker here, that was a beautiful ball from Gutzman. Ricker in and cleared out there by number 8, Jordan Shutt by Greensboro. That was a beautiful pass from Gutzman all the way up to a flying Ricker. Ricker able to keep it in just along the sideline. And he put in a good ball into the box and Shutt just there to clear it out. It'll be Ricker here again with the corner. Again, great response from SVU. This will be their third corner here. Ricker, last time we were able to put a ball right on goal. He tries to curl it in. It ends up going off the field goal post and just out of bounds. Good job, though, attacking here. I like what I've seen the last 8 minutes. Really, the one Greensboro goal was kind of against the grain of play. I like what I've seen from SVU in the first 12 minutes of this game. Just kind of an unfortunate turnover. Put SVU in a bad spot. They've got to do a better job of passing along that back line, but overall, offensively, they're doing a good job. They're playing with energy. Coach Pemberton has done a great job of building up this program. We've got to continue to play off of the energy that he's bringing, and they're doing a great job. Over to Victory. Plays it back to Gutzman. Over to Mack. Back to Gutzman. A lot of space here for Victory. Pushing it up. Tries to play Robertson. Ball headed away. To Ricker. A little bit of a miss hit. Greensboro back with it in possession. Mack with a great tackle right there at midfield. Greensboro able to get it back though, but really good footwork there from Mack, able to take that away from the Greensboro player. Looks like number 8, Jordan Shutt, who had the good clearance a little bit about a minute ago. Complaining about a foul, but just dribbled the ball out of bounds. Giaggi, who just checked in for the Knights, gets the ball in midfield, plays it over to Ricker. Ricker tries to get it past Campos there in the left corner, and unfortunately just not able to get around Campos. Campos was some good defending there. Ball goes right out of bounds, and actually it looks like he called a foul there on Ricker. Ricker doing a great job up and down this left side, been very active. Loving the way that he's getting his touches today. He's had plenty of space over there. I bet SVU will continue to look to go there throughout this game. Ricker on the ball. Campos back to Spisak. Over to Sargent. Good defense there from Gonder. Robertson applying pressure. Bad pass. Victory there, just not able to control his touch. Spisak up to Campos. Campos with a nice little fake, crosses it in. Hemingway with his big frame, clears it out. Cornell not able to control it, back to Campos, who plays it all the way back to Spisak here. Switches sides of the field. Ball tried to chest down from the Greensboro player, Sargent, who misplays it. SVU with it in transition. Plays a great ball in here to Miller. Miller misplays it. Ball cleared out by Greensboro. Headed down by Ricker to Victory. Victory controls it. Switches sides of the field over here to Mack. Mack controls it. Good touches there. Really nice footwork there from Mack. Porter tries to, oh. Little bit of a misplay there from Greensboro. Greensboro's goalie Carrico able to clear it out. Giaggi here up to Robertson. Robertson tries to turn, but good defense there. Thomas played through here on the left side. He's got good speed. Gutzman, great defense. Really comes forward off his line a little bit and closes the space. He got big. Great job there. Ball goes out for a Greensboro corner. It'll be their first of the game. Thomas there with some good speed up the left side there. But Mack was right there with him step for step. And Gutzman did a great job of coming off of his line, closing the gap. He got big. In Greensboro, Thomas, he was not really able to do anything with it. It'll be a Greensboro throw here. Looks like Cotton will be the one taking it for Greensboro. Ball into the box. Not a great touch from Thomas. Back to Campos, who's double teamed. SVU gets it. Robertson here, plays it up to Gonder. Gonder with a nice turn, but Haddock right there for Greensboro. And, ooh, not a great touch from Greensboro right there. Greensboro's coach is a little graphic over there, basically telling his guys, like, what are you doing right here? Gonder with some great pressure there. Giaggi with the foul here right in about the 30-yard line. Ref making sure he's okay. Ref doing a good job today of controlling this game so far. Greensboro plays it into Spisak. Spisak with a little bit of a misstep. Back to Haddock. Over to Spisak. Ball at midfield. Good pressure from SVU. Haddock here. Greensboro just loves playing the ball back to Haddock. That might be why right there. That was a good ball forward. Ball put across the face of goal. But unfortunately for Greensboro, Thomas not able to get on the end of it. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Gutzman plays it short. Back to Gutzman. Over to Mack. Greensboro really loading up their defense on side to side, so every time that SVU's been able to switch the ball, there's been acres of space. We'll see if they continue to try and play those crosses, try and play those switches, and really look to attack. SVU's gotten it once or twice, able to get into space. I like Coach Pemberton's game plan so far. They've been pretty aggressive in the first 20 minutes. Unfortunate to give up that goal early, but it's been pretty much SVU attacking since then. Ricker able to keep it in here on the near sideline. Ricker with some good footwork, good play here. Jaggy here in the middle. Greensboro with the turnover. Cornell all the way up the far sideline. Tries to play it in, but Mack there with some great defense. Good clearance by Hemingway. Ball over to Spisak. Back to Cotton. Cotton tries one from distance. On your screen looks a little closer than it actually was. But hey, why not test the keeper? It was pretty far away, but Gutzman was all over it. Big goal kicks. Gutzman says, hey, let's push forward. Let's not play it back. Gutzman gets it up to midfield on the far sideline. There's Hemingway in the middle. But Hemingway's header unfortunately falls right to Greensboro player, who gets it into Campos, who puts one on goal, but fortunately for him, sails up, hits off the crossbar of the field goal post, bounces right to the Greensboro player and in, but unfortunately for Greensboro, the field goal post is not part of play. But Hemingway's header there was a little bit of a mishit. Fell right to Cotton, who played it perfectly into Campos, and Campos just unfortunately not able to put it on frame for Greensboro. SVU caught a little bit of a break there. Again, it's been those turnovers right there on the back line that Greensboro's been able to attack. But again, good push, good switch of the field. And here's Ricker in space. Ricker fouled there, but the ref not calling that. That's a little surprising. He was right there looking at it. I thought Ricker got hit from behind. Greensboro here with it. Good footwork there. Ball played in, crossed over to Cotton. Cotton sails it high and through the uprights. Would have been 3 points in football, but unfortunately we're playing football in the world, not football Americano. Gutzman with it here. Again, up the far sideline, right to about midfield. Hemingway with a better header this time, up to Gonder. Plays it on to Miller. Miller, beautiful pass from Miller. And Robertson tries to get it on frame. Great save there. But man, that was a great look from him. Robertson just beautiful, beautiful possession, beautiful play there from SVU. And unfortunately, Robertson not able to get it over Carrico's head, but man, great play there, good action. And then the second ball from Ricker there, just mishit off his foot. Ricker a little mad at himself, but hey, again, good actions. That's what SVU needs to build on right there. They need to build on the positivity, understand that they've been one of the better teams here in the first 23 minutes of this game. Unfortunate to give up the goal, but it's been SVU's mistakes that Greensboro's capitalized on. But SVU, as long as they keep their foot to the pedal and keep applying the pressure, keep doing what Coach Pemberton has them supposed to be doing, they will get a goal eventually. They've just got to keep playing together. Omen. Back to Hemingway. Over to Victory. Back to Gutzman. To Mack. Mack tries to play. Porter there, headed away by Greensboro. Back to Mowers, who just checked in for Greensboro. Again, back to Haddock in the middle. It's the theme of Greensboro. Back to Haddock. Over to Spisak. Up to Campos. Good steal there by Giaggi right there in midfield. Good footwork there by Klaska. Cotton over to Spisak. Giaggi. Omen. Back to Victory. SVU will reset, look to come forward again. Up to Miller. Wow. Spisak on the ground looked to hold Miller's leg there so he couldn't move. Nothing really from the ref. But he gives Campos a foul there on Ricker for a little bit of a push in the back. Cotton standing over it, about 45 yards away from goal. Ricker clears it out there. Robertson just misses, trying to keep it in. Haddock here with it. He'll give it over to Spisak. Got a substitution. Campos going off for Greensboro. Looks like that's number 10, Liam Mowers, coming in, a senior. Ball up to Cotton, who chests it right out of bounds. Not a great catch there from Cotton. Ricker with it, trying to see what his options are. Gets it into Miller. Ricker. Good footwork there, right along the sideline. Oh, good play into space again. Porter tries to get in the middle. Misplayed by the goalie. Robertson right there. But the goalie Carrico able to jump on it. Again, every time that SVU switches sides of the field, there's going to be acres of space. Whoa, Cotton puts his arm around him. They'll stop the clock for that. He's going to get a card. That was very unnecessary from him. And he gets a yellow for that. Put his arm, looked around, right around the neck area. Grabs him. Definitely yanked him back. Ball just short of midfield on the SVU side. Victory will be the one taking this. We've got about 18.5 minutes left till halftime. I really like what I'm seeing from SVU here. They're playing together. They just need to keep possession. They need to get the final touches a little bit better. But for the most part, they're doing a great job. Victory plays it in. Ball headed on. Right to Carrico. Hemingway was there, but Carrico, able to use his hands, just gets the ball over his head. He hits it up. Cotton there, tries to chest it down. Stolen by SVU. Foul committed there by Mowers. Cotton, who just got the yellow, might need to be a little more cautious there for Greensboro. But I like how physical he's playing. Robertson tries to spin off his defender, but unfortunately, ball hits his hand on the turn. Line judge right there to see it. Spisak gets it back in for Greensboro. Back to Haddock, who's really being the quarterback of their defense. Spisak gets it up to Ramirez, who just checked in for Greensboro. Fortunately, a little bit too far for him. Ball goes out of bounds for a goal kick, SVU. So far the stats here, through almost about 30 minutes of play, Greensboro with really the one shot on goal and the goal, one corner. SVU with 3 corners, couple shots on goal. They've tested the goalie a few times. It's really been the final touches that have done SVU wrong. If they can just get that final shot on goal. Carrico hasn't been great with his hands. He's had a few balls slip through him. SVU's been right there with their pressure. They just got to keep attacking. Ball played in. Mack in possession. Not a great touch there from Mack. Ball goes out for a Greensboro throw. Plays it up quick to Ramirez. Great defense there from Oman. Gutzman gets it out for a quick throw up to Ricker, who's got some space here on the left side. Tries to play Robertson through. Robertson slips and falls. Spisak right there. Nothing wrong with that play. Robertson just fell. Ball went out of bounds. Robertson with some great pressure though. Haddock just has to clear it out. Ball bounces up and off the hand of a Greensboro defender. SVU's going to push guys forward here. Ricker standing over it. He's played in some good corners so far. Got Hemingway on the near sideline. Looks like SVU's playing this near corner of the box. They're going to play it into space, maybe see if they can get a header back across the middle. Carrico right there with the cat. Plays a nice ball in. Beautiful ball there from Walker. Unfortunately, bounces over Mower's head. Both Greensboro players, neither one of them able to get it, but it looks like it would have been offsides anyway. Hemingway with it here at the top of the box. Got about 9 minutes left in the half. Hemingway gets it all the way up, headed down by Greensboro, but only over to Porter. Porter up to big Josh Dubinsky, who has control, plays it in. Cleared out by Greensboro, but back to Dubinsky. Omen at the top. Little bit of a miss hit. Cleared out by Greensboro. Gets the ball up to Ramirez, who plays it back to Walker. Walker able to keep it in. Back to Spisak. To the other Spisak. Back to Walker. To the Spisak. Great steal there. Great defense from SVU. Really flocking to the ball. Jaggy tries to get it, but he's kicked in the shin. Ref right there. Not much of a foul, but they do call him. Give it to SVU. It'll be Omen back here. Ball about 50 yards from goal. See what he does here. Plays it in the box. Beautiful ball. Carrico right there, but unfortunately he's ran into by, looks like Victory was right there. Nothing malicious. He's going to get a yellow card, though, for running into the goalie. That's the right call for there from the ref. Right idea from Victory, just mistimed it just a little bit. Carico puts his body on the line, gets the foul. Good play by both teams. It's about 7.5 minutes here till the half. Been a pretty back and forth match here in this first half. Both teams trying to apply their will. Cornell tries to play it up to Mowers. Cleared all the way out for a goal kick. Ref is stopping the clock. He's going to put some more time on. Oh, excuse me, it looks like the clock did not start. They're going to take about a minute off. There's about 6.5 minutes here now. Ball played back in. Spisak here with it, right on the edge of the box. Up to Mowers. Good job tracking back there by Omen. He's got it in the middle. Back to Hemingway. It's a good job of controlling it. Back to Guzman, up to Victory. Ricker's got some space here if they can play him. And they do. Great pass. Oh, and slid right into. Ricker not happy about that. Little bit of an uncontrolled slide right there. Ricker was not happy about that, and I agree with him. Could have been a yellow card. Ref doesn't give it though. Ball played back into Omen. Ball headed around. Not too much trouble there for Carico from Greensboro. Ball played up to Walker. Gets it up to Ramirez. Doesn't have a great touch. Victory with the throw-in. Back to Omen, back to Victory. Plays it back to Gutzman. Switch sides of the field. Got Mack here with it. Tries to play it up to Gonder. He's right there. Kept in. Up to Gonder. Flag stays down. Great shot. Ooh. That was Josh Dubinsky who tries to put one on frame. Puts it off the side of the net. That was quite a shot right there. A little bit of a rocket. That had some pace on it. But good action there. Again, Gonder applied some pressure. Pressure there from Robertson. Seems like SVU is there on every touch by Greensboro. Spisak tries to play forward. Victory there, able to clear it. But just to Dubinsky, who just had the rocket on the right side. Dubinsky in a 6'4" frame, able to win it for SVU. Jaggy tries to play Gonder. Right idea.
5, 4, 3.
Carico. Ball bounces over everybody's head. Back to Victory, who tries to play it to Gutzman, but Greensboro was right there. But the ball bounces helplessly to nobody. Mack picks it up. Good job of coming off of his line, but SVU on that pass back to the goalie needed to get a little bit more on it. And two Greensboro players collide right there. Looks like that's number 7, Connor Spisak. And I believe that's number 20, Isaac Haddock, that ran into each other. Looks like they might have bumped heads. Both Haddock is up now. Spisak still down. Both Greensboro players were just attempting to go to the ball. There wasn't anything malicious. Spisak able to get up there. Haddock still bending over a little bit too. Looks like they'll bring both players off at a caution, which is what the right thing to do. Both players have been pretty instrumental here for Greensboro early on. Haddock is almost like the Patrick Mahomes of their team, just playing right in the middle. They play through him in the back. Every pass goes back to him every single time. And then both Parker and Connor Spisak have been all over the field for Greensboro. Been very active. Missing number 7, Connor, will hurt them a little bit. Let's see what Greensboro is able to do to adjust here. Greensboro is going to get possession of the ball here. Pass it back to Carico. Plays it up to Victory, who heads it all the way back into Greensboro territory. Ball over to Walker, who gets it to Hernandez. Walker will throw it in here. Up to Ramirez. Good defense there from Hemingway. Tries to play the ball up. Haddock, who went out momentarily, is back in the game. Looks like Hemingway and looks like Ramirez are both given yellow cards after their little play. Hemingway, I'm not sure what happened. It looked like maybe their feet got tangled. Both of them had words for each other. Little bit of a push from both players given yellows. You might have just seen a talking to from the ref there, but he decided the yellow was best. Ball back into play. Hemingway with it. Over to Omen. Back to Victory. Plays it all the way back to Gutzman. Got about 2 minutes left here. Ball off at Walker. Apparently hit it with his elbow. And I didn't see what happened here. We're going to have another stoppage of play here. There's a Greensboro player down. Looks like he got kicked with the ball there. That was number 12, Brian Hernandez. The ball was kind of hit up softly into him. Must have just hit him right in the sweet spot. He went down for a sec. He tries to play it back in. Gets it to Mack, who heads it down. Porter right there. Greensboro with some good defense, though. Greensboro in possession, tries to play it into space. Gutzman comes all the way up off his line, who puts it back in. And Gonder right on the end of it. Great first touch. Not able to quite control it, but great touch on bringing that ball down. Gonder there. Ball goes out. Ricker gets it back into play. Greensboro clears it just as far as Ricker, who puts it back into the box. Carico right there, doesn't control it, and Porter is just mad at himself right there. That ball bounced perfectly to him, and I think that Carico, who's been kind of unsure with his hands here in the first half quite a few times, Porter was not ready for that. The ball bounces off his head, If he could have that back, I think Porter would have been able to get that on frame, but just wasn't quite ready for it. Ball back up here to midfield. Spisak, whose brother Connor still has not checked back into the game. Greensboro called for a foul here, just outside the box. Hemingway up to Gonder, who's been very active the last little bit. Gets pretty physical here. He thought he got fouled. Ref letting him play a little bit. Robertson with the ball. Back to Ricker. Good 1-2 touches there from SVU. Robertson tries to get that cross in. Cleared out by Greensboro. Ricker with the good footwork. Ball goes out. Ricker still with it.
8, 7, 6, 5,
To Robertson.
4,
Tries to put it in.
2,
It'll go to Carrico, and that'll be the half. Your score at the half, Greensboro 1, SVU 0. It's been a good attacking half from both sides. Good even game. SVU's going to need to get that final touch if they want to score and tie or even win this game. We will see you back here in about 15 minutes. Go Knights. Welcome back for the second half here. SVU with the kickoff. Good first half by both teams. Both teams trying to play their game plan. SVU has been able to get the ball into space quite a few times. The final touch hasn't been there for him. Greensboro's done a good job of countering. The one goal very early on, about 3 minutes into the game, off of an SVU turnover, which was crossed in right in front of the face of goal and in. Greensboro will most likely here in the second half look to defend their goal. SVU will obviously look to attack and try and play this up. Ball cleared out for a Greensboro throw here. Number 15, Alexander Sargent, gets the ball in. Doesn't get the ball very far. That's Alexander Berry there on the right side, who starts here in the second half along with Dubinsky, who neither of them started there in the first half but came on and both made an impact for SVU. Berry will be on the right side, playing that kind of right wing back. Giaggi looks to get it into space there. Cleared out, but just as far as Omen. Gets the ball up there to Robertson. Plays it back to Omen, who looks around. Keeps possession. Does a good job of keeping the ball at his feet. Tries to play through to Gonder. Cornell there for Greensboro. Clears it up to Cotton. Jordan Shutt fouled there for Greensboro. Mack not able to get his foot on the ball. Ball about 32 yards out from goal here. Ref counting his steps. Gutzman telling his wall where to go. We'll have a 3-man wall here for SVU. The wall's shuffling over. Looks like you have Cotton. Cotton will take it. Blasts it right into the wall. Ricker there with the header. Ball bouncing around. Berry with it. Dubinsky heads it out, but just as far as Cornell. Cornell with some good footwork there. Gets it back to Spisak, who gets it all the way over to Campos, who was very dangerous early in the first half. Had a ball that just sailed over the crossbar. Ball last touched by Berry, out of bounds for a Greensboro throw. This will be Sargent, who's wearing the captain's armband for Greensboro, throws it into Cotton. Mack with some good defense. Inevitably pulled down by Cotton, who has the yellow card. Not a bad foul there, but he should be cautious with that second yellow. You never want to give a referee the chance to sway the game with the second yellow there. Ball tried to play up to Cotton. Can't get his foot on it. Ball goes out for a Knights throw here. Mack gives it to Berry. Plays it back. Berry gets the ball up to Gonder. His ball sails over his head. Cleared out by Greensboro. Ball bounced with Shutt. Shutt with a good first touch. But it gets to Berry. Berry up to Dubinsky, who's got some space here in the middle. Plays it beautifully over to Robertson. He's got Ricker overlapping. Ricker gets the ball and sails over the crossbar. Not really affecting Carrico at all. Ball sails high and wide. Good idea there. Good ball into Ricker. Ricker just not able to get that final touch on the ball. Ball played up. Up to Hemingway, who's got a 6'4" frame, gets his head on it. Ball over to Ricker. Not a great first touch there from him. Fortunately, ball goes out. Ricker and Campos have had a great battle there in the first half, and it looks like it'll continue here into the second half. Both players pretty similar in their skill sets. Both quick. Both have been dangerous in space. Looks like the official went over and gave Coach Pemberton a yellow. I'm not sure. I can't tell from where I'm sitting what happened. Coach Pemberton's trying to get his guys fired up. He's brought some good energy, trying to get his guys going. Apparently he must have said something the ref did not like, given the caution there. Ricker gets the ball in. Greensboro clears it out, but just as far as Hemingway, who misplays it. Greensboro with it here in transition. And it looks like number 13, Colin Thomas, who ball bounced right to his feet. Hemingway did a good job of tracking back, and it looked like he just misplayed it. Touch must have just gotten away from there. I couldn't quite tell what happened, but ball sails very high over the crossbar. Doesn't affect Gutzman, but a bad turnover there from SVU. That's what hurt him in the first half. Hopefully that trend doesn't continue here in the second half. Cornell with it at midfield. Over to Spisak. Glad to see him back in the game after that bad collision or late in the first half. Over to Campos. Crosses it in. Gutzman there. Great clearance there by Barry. Flies up. Kloska there with it for Greensboro. Good touch by Gutzman. Good clearance by Greensboro. Ends up getting all the way back to midfield. Gonder, the last one, touch it out here for SVU. Sargent with the captain's armband. Gets it in. Dubinsky plays it up to Gonder, who's trying to fly up. Not able to get it. Referee saves that from going over the fence. The SVU media team was right there. That could have been a dangerous encounter by those two. But good job, good athleticism there from the referee. Spisak tries to play it to Campos, but victory was right there for SVU. Who gets it over to Mack. Mack up to Barry. Chested down, might have used a hand, but ref doesn't agree. Mack ends up being the last one to kick it out of bounds. Shut in. Jaggy with the steal here. He's got possession of it. Over to Omen, who's got Barry flying up the right side. Barry with a good first touch. Brings the ball down. Brings it back. Crosses it in, but deflected up. Good save there by, looks like Sargent. Saved it from being a corner. It'll end up being just an SVU throw. Barry here. Gets his hair out of his face. Hard to see when your hair is in your face. Gets the ball in. Dubinsky not able to control it. Cornell kicks it off of Barry, but just as far as another Greensboro throw. Good throw all the way in, but Barry right there with it for SVU. Jaggy with the bad first touch there. Gets it off of a Greensboro player. Kloska tries to play it up to Cotton, who's not able to control it. Back to SVU. Mack into Dubinsky, who does a good job of good little fake there. But Gonder not able to control it. Not sure what it was called here. Looks like it'll be a foul on SVU. Played back in by Haddock. Up to Spisak. Good defense there by Ricker on the far sideline. Victory not able to control it though. Mack heads it down. Over to Kloska. Ball crossed in by Greensboro. Mack mistimes his jump. Ball falls right to two Greensboro players, Cotton and number 3, Parker Spisak. Both players kind of hit it, or excuse me, not Spisak, it was Jordan Shutt. Both players kind of hit it. Both are kind of looking at each other. Greensboro misses a good chance for them right there to go up 2-0. Gutzman plays it back in. Ball goes out of bounds. Ricker here. Gets it into Jaggy. Back to Ricker. Back to Gutzman. All the way over to Mack, who's got Barry here if he can play him. Tries to get it to Gonder. Good clearance there from Sargent. To Spisak. Barry with it here. Gets it over to Victory, who's got shifty footwork there. Gets past the Greensboro defender, plays it up to Gonder. Gonder and Dubinsky not on the same page for SVU. Greensboro with it again with possession here. Cornell back to Kloska. Over to Spisak. Good interception there from SVU. Not a great through ball, but it does bounce to Ricker, who plays Robertson. Robertson and Gonder here for SVU. Not a great first touch for Robertson. He's been dangerous when he's gotten those touches, but those touches have just gotten away from him. But he does have that speed there. They've gotten that left side. Ricker and Robertson have done a great job. Robertson's just got to be able to control that one. They had a 2-on-1 there with the goalie. That might have been SVU's best chance so far the second half. But again, Robertson using his speed, gets around the defender. Good tackle there by Spisak. Really good tackle. Robertson had him beat, but Spisak able to kind of get that tackle from behind. All the way to Carrico. Victory somewhat misplays it, but bounces to Hemingway. Cotton and Shutt both looking at each other, not quite sure of what happened there, but it goes out for an SVU throw. Stolen in midfield by Kloska. Gets it to Cotton. Cotton over to Shutt. Dubinsky with some good defense there. Gonder not able to get his foot on it. Falls to Spisak. Gets it over to Campos. Intercepted by Victory. Up to Dubinsky, who gets it to Barry, who's got some space here on the near sideline. Plays it up for Robertson. Gets his head on it and falls just wide of the goal. Another good attack from Robertson. That was a much better touch than his last one he had, but it falls just wide of the goal. Good attack there. Great look from Barry, who gets his head up immediately on the turn. Plays the ball through. It's a beautiful play by SVU, but unfortunately not able to get anything. Carrico had come off his line trying to catch it, but the ball fell just short of him. If Robertson had just been able to get his head on it just a little bit better, that might have been a goal for SVU. Ricker with the ball on the far sideline. Good D from Campos. Gets it to Kloska. Good steal from Hemingway. Got Dubinsky. Plays it up to Barry. Who plays Dubinsky through. Sargent there. Wearing the captain's armbands for Greensboro. Great defense. Barry looking to throw it in. He's got Miller coming up. Miller loses possession, but a ball bounces to Hemingway, who clears it forward, and Gonder. Good defense there from Haddock. Gonder and Haddock, both big dudes. Good battle there. Haddock wins it. Ball goes to Carrico, who boots it downfield. That's a 70-yard kick right there. That's impressive. Gutzman off his line. Clears it out for another Greensboro throw. Mabel Harris of our women's team with a nice between the legs dribble there of the soccer ball. Ball goes into Greensboro. Shut, not able to control it there. Ball goes out for an SVU goal kick. So far here through the first 15 minutes, SVU's had a few opportunities. Greensboro hasn't gotten anything on frame yet. It's been mostly SVU looking to attack. They've been the aggressor here in the second half, which they need to be. Mack in possession. Gets it to Dubinsky, who loses possession. Kloska right there. Dubinsky does a good job of recovering. Up to Robertson. Gets it to Grange. Grange barrels over the Greensboro player. That'll be a foul. Grange showing some good sportsmanship. Helps Sargent up. Carrico here to get this one back into play. Up to Mack with the header. Clears it up to midfield. Kloska, who barrels into Barry. Gets the ball over to Spisak. Back to Haddock. Haddock does a good job of playing that ball out of the back for Greensboro. Great cross in there from number 31, Brady Mowers. But unfortunately for Greensboro, number 13, Colin Thomas, not able to get on the end of it. Could have been a dangerous opportunity. Greensboro's had a couple of those chances here where they haven't been able to get on the final end of those crosses. But they're looking to get the ball wide. Guzman will get the ball back into play here for SVU. Gets it up the near sideline, about the 50. Omen tries to get it up to Granger. Barry with it on the side. He's got Miller coming up. Gets it to Miller. Back to Barry. Gets it back to Miller. Some good footwork there. Battling it out with two Greensboro players. Last touch by Miller. Shut with the ball here. Deflected out by Barry. Sargent with the sun in his eyes. Plays a good ball, but it just bounces to Hemingway, who just clears it out for another Greensboro throw. Dangerously close. They're about 10 yards from the end line. Sargent will throw it in. He'll look to do what he just did on his last throw, get the ball right into the middle of the box, which he does. Ball played right to Shutt, who gets that ball right into the middle. A good play there from Greensboro, but it falls to Gutzman, who's in the perfect spot Plays it over to Barry, or to Ricker. Gets it up to Miller. Good turn, but Campos right there. But Greensboro called for a foul there. Looks like that was number 5, Aiden Cornell, called for a foul on the turn, which was a good turn from Ricker. Holds him a little bit. SVU maintains the ball. Ball played forward. Robertson attempts to jump. Cleared by Spisak to his brother, the other Spisak. Ricker here with it. Gets it into Omen, who's not able to control it. Greensboro with the steal, but not able to control it there either. Ball gets to Barry, but his touch gets away from him. Ball falls to Shutt, who tries to switch sides of the field, but SVU intercepts. Ricker. Back to Omen, who tries to play Grange, who's got it here on the near sideline. Plays it in. There's Barry with it. And great defense there by Connor Spisak, who clears it out. But great possession there from SVU. Barry puts his jersey on his head. Mad that that touch got away from him, but really good clearance there from Greensboro. SVU looking dangerous right now. You got Ricker, who's going to be kicking it in from the near corner flag. He'll kick it in with his left foot. Gets it in there. Ball played in beautifully, but 2 Greensboro players there. Ball falls right to Robertson, who tries to get it in. Ball deflected. Ball falls to Sargent, who does a great job of clearing it out. We've got a little battle here between Miller and Mowers, but Miller does a good job of turning right there. Barry with it, who tries to play Dubinsky in. Dubinsky gets to it before Spisak, who tries to kick it back in. Grange right there, gets his head on it, but it's not very dangerous at all. Ball falls right to Carrico, who falls on it, and Carrico says, hey, let's slow down a little bit. We've got possession. We've got the lead. There's 20 minutes left. We don't need to do anything crazy. Good defense there by Greensboro. Good offense by SVU. SVU's final touches have got to be a little bit better if they're going to get a goal here. Greensboro going to get 5 guys in. The sun is just starting to set over the trees. There's a little bit of clouds that might cover it up for a little bit, but the sun is going right into Greensboro's goalie's eyes right now. This isn't a good spot for him. SVU in transition, looking to counter. Dubinsky tries to play the ball over to Grange, but the ball goes out of bounds. When SVU is able to get the ball forward and get those long balls and crosses in, they've been able to get out in space. That wasn't a great touch there from them. Sargent. Battle there between 4 players. Gets the ball to Miller. Miller falls down. Mowers. That's going to be Mowers, I believe, second yellow. Nope, just first yellow. Now, initially, Mowers did earn the foul there, and I agree with the ref. Dubinsky did barrel into him, but Mowers gets the yellow card for the retaliation of standing over him and pushing him to the ground. Excuse me, not Dubinsky. It was Omen for SVU that got pushed down. Good battle by those two again right there. Campos tries to head it on, but just goes out of bounds. Barry with the throw over to Mack. Headed out by Mowers. Back in. Mack gets it up to Grange, who chests it down beautifully. But him and Robertson not on the same page there. The ball just falls right to Carico's feet, who picks it up. Plays it over to Sargent. Got that cloud cover I just talked about now, covering up the whole field. If you can see on the rugby field, the sun is still shining over there, but not onto the football field right now. Barry with it here on the near sideline. Plays it into Dubinsky, chests it down. Plays it back to Mack. Mack tries to play it forward, intercepted by Greensboro, but SVU able to earn it back. But Brian Hernandez with a good steal there in transition. Neither team really able to control it there for about 10 seconds, but last touch by Greensboro for an SVU throw right on the far sideline about midfield, right in front of both benches. Played back to Victory. Gets it back to Gutzman. Got the ball on the edge of the box. Just over 18.5 minutes left here in this one. Mack not able to control his touch there. Ball goes out. Quick throw in. Up to Mowers, who crosses it in to McClooney. Not able to get that final touch in. SVU with it in possession. Gets the ball up. Sargent clears it up. Ball doesn't go many places. Straight up to Ibarra. Better clearance there from Greensboro. Mack heads it over to Victory. Good pressure there from Greensboro. Back to Gutzman, who gets it to Dubinsky. The field is wide open right now. Players spread all over the place. There's going to be space for Greensboro and SVU if they can find it. SVU looking to attack. Greensboro looking to counter. Hemingway sprints onto the ball here. Clears it out of bounds. Ibarra will leave it over here for McClooney. Excuse me, Mowers. Back to Mowers with some good footwork. Mack with a good save there. To Omen, who boots it downfield. Little bit of a foot race. Carico does a great job of coming all the way off his line. Grange might have won that foot race. We're going to have a substitution here. SVU tries to get a quick throw, but there will be a substitution. Grange and Sargent were in a foot race. Carico did a good job of coming off his line and kicking that out of bounds. Good defense there. Dubinsky will come out. Grange. Ball bounces off the turf and into his hand. That'll be a free kick for Greensboro. Miller. Headed back to Gutzman. Gets it up to Victory. Plays it up to Gonder, who still controls the ball. He's got the ball on the far sideline, takes it up by the corner flag, crosses it into Grange, who tries to play it through to Giaggi, but he's just not there. Good attack there. Gonder. Gets to the middle. Miller's there. Nice play. Back to Mack. Can't quite control it. Plays it over to Barry. Gets it up to Grange. Back to Miller. Back to Grange. Omen. To Miller. To Mack. Good pressure there from Greensboro. They had two guys around the ball. And looks like the Knights have won a free kick on the near sideline, about 35 yards from goal. They're going to load up that left side of the box. SVU putting 8 guys on that far side of the box. Ball played in from Barry. Ball bounces down. Doesn't really affect Greensboro. Thomas here in transition. Quick counter. We got a 2-on-2. And rockets it just over the goal. That was a good job of Thomas sprinting all the way down the field. He kept possession of the ball. He held off the defender. Great shot. If he could have kept that just a little lower, that really would have tested Gutzman. Great counter there from Greensboro. Good cross in. Grange. Oh. That was a beautiful cross. Great finish by Grange, but unfortunately looked like the ball had bounced out of bounds. And the ref gives possession to Greensboro. I couldn't quite see it from over here. Everybody kept playing. Good finish there from Greensboro. They were able to get the ball past Carrico, but good cross in there. Ball blocked by Mack. Hemingway right there, who heads it out for another Greensboro corner. This field is wide open right now. Greensboro doing a good job of defending, getting it out in counters. They're able to get some 2-on-2s and 2-on-1s right now because SVU is looking to push everybody forward. They're trying to get that goal with 12 minutes remaining. You'll put it in the box here. Nothing really there on the attack. Barry with the throw here. Back to Barry. Gets it as far as Mack, who clears it forward, but ball goes out of bounds. Mowers. Into Hernandez. Back to Mowers, who tries to play it back, but ball goes out for another Knight throw. Barry. Back to Mack. Back to Barry. Back to Mack. Plays the ball forward. Mowers there, though. Omen with the push in the back. Greensboro wins a kick. Ball out for a Greensboro throw. Greensboro making a couple subs. Cotton back in. Same with Mowers. Just over 8 minutes. We're going to put 8:05 on the clock here. The score says 0-1, but it is 1-1. I'm not really sure where the confusion is right now. We do have a Knight player down. Looks like Victory cramping up a little bit. Our head athletic trainer, Chad Mahaffey, doing a great job out there. Helps Victory up. I'm not really sure what happened to Victory. My eyes were on the other side of the field trying to figure out what was happening with the scoreboard and a few other things, but Victory's cramping up. He'll walk off. They haven't got a substitution yet. Looks like Victory will come back on when the ref allows him. Greensboro with the throw here. 8 minutes left in the half. Both teams tied at 1. Victory allowed to come back in. Ball with Hemingway, who gets it over to Victory, who just came back in the field. Plays it all the way back to Gutzman. Over to Dubinsky, who plays it all the way up. Ricker and Grange both there. Jaggy right there. Tries to play the ball through. Greensboro with a good interception. Omen with the pressure. Robertson right there as well. Cornell gets it all the way off to the far sideline. Greensboro with the cross in. Thomas there for Greensboro, but the ball just over his head. Ball falls to Gutzman. Gets it into Miller. Back to Dubinsky. Gonder. Not able to control his first touch. Good defense there from Miller, though. Jumping over the ball. Gets it to Robertson. Great fake. Plays it into Grange, who's going to be called for offsides. Great idea. Just a little too slow with the ball. Really good footwork there by both guys. Just mistimed his run just a little bit. Good header from Dubinsky. Jaggy there with it. Ball out for Ricker, who's got it at midfield. Ball over here to Omen. Good interception from Greensboro. Misplays it a little bit. Ball goes out for an SVU throw. Little bit of dangerous territory here for SVU. They need to get the ball away from their goal. Just not give up anything late. Greensboro with an interception here on the inbound. Ball falls to Cotton. Plays it up to Thomas. Ball falls back to Cotton. Good clearance from SVU, but it doesn't fall back. And Cotton, who's trying to get out of the way, ducked down and the ball hit off of his hand. Good play there from Greensboro, but unfortunately Cotton just caught right in the way. Gutzman to get the ball back in here for SVU. Gets it to Giaghi, who's got some shifty footwork. Plays the ball through to Miller. Ball bounces to his feet. Miller plays it over to Robertson. Doesn't quite get it. Good clearance from Greensboro. They're in control. He clears it up to Mowers, who gets it to Cotton. Great attack there from SVU. Even better defense, though, from Greensboro. Right idea. Great play. Robertson again with that final touch. Just can't quite get it. Grange fouled on his header. SVU will look to put bodies forward again. It'll be Dubinsky that kicks it in here for SVU that puts the ball back into play. SVU putting 7 guys forward right now. You've got Victory who scored for SVU and Hemingway, both big bodies here on the near side of the box. Ball played in. Greensboro heads it. Hemingway right there. Battling it out with, looks like, number 10, Mowers. Last touch by Hemingway for a goal kick. Looks like Kloska back in the game for Greensboro, who's done a good job there in the midfield for them. Thomas plays a beautiful ball over to Mowers. Mowers plays it back. Greensboro with the possession, crosses the ball in. Mowers not able to get his head on it. Ball goes out for a goal kick. 3 minutes left here in the second half. Gutzman tapping his toes like a ballerina. Gets the ball in. Kloska tries to play it to Cornell. Intercepted by Rickers, but his touch goes out of bounds. Quick throw in by Greensboro. And he steps over on his attempt to get that ball in quick. SVU also with the quick throw. Intercepted here. Into Omen. Gets it to Gonder, who plays it to Robertson.
1 minute.
Robertson's touch gets away from him there. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Just under 1 minute left here. Miller with the interception in midfield. All 3 SVU players, unfortunately, out of offsides for them, so they can't do anything about it. Not a great goal kick from Greensboro, but it doesn't end up hurting them in the end. Mowers, ball dangerous on the far corner. Into Cornell. Plays it to Cotton up top. Gets it over here to Mowers. Crosses it in beautifully. Hemingway just gets a foot on it. Ball's going to go out for a Greensboro corner as it bounces out the flag. 10 seconds left here. They're going to get a free kick here. Oh! Greensboro with a great opportunity there at the end. We've got 4 or 5 players down right in the box, but I'm not sure who got that final touch, but that Greensboro player just hit it off the field goal crossbar. If he was able to get that on frame, that would have been a very unfortunate ending for the Knights in this game. But it's 1-1 as we head into overtime here, into extra time.
Thank you for coming out.
Both teams have fought really hard. Great second half there by the Knights. They were aggressive. They earned their goal. We're ready for some extra time.
Catch you next time.
I was wrong there. It looks like we will not have extra time. It will be a draw. Greensboro with the last chance there. Not able to get it on frame. Great competition from both sides. Greensboro with the early goal 3 minutes into the game. SVU matches it with about 8 minutes left. Great competition by both sides. Fiercely fought. Love the intensity that both sides brought. Coach Pemberton playing a lot of freshmen out here for SVU. You can see what the future looks like. We are very excited about the future of this program. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. Go Knights.